Hey, I'm Mark from Johnnie Walker RVs. I've been here 19 years, and Mike and I, he's the one doing the filming. We're going to take you through the 2004 Alfa Ideal. Mike is a pretty good guy to film this because he's Johnnie Walker's grandson, and he lived in an Alfa for all his college years. So out of all the units that his parents could have put him in, his grandpa could have suggested for him to go in, literally he lived in an Alfa for 3 years. And a lot of people will say, oh, I like this and I like this, but you go to their house and see what they actually have. So Johnnie Walker actually put his own grandson in an Alfa. My brother works here. I've been here 19 years. He's been here 20. Each of us, this is our favorite floor plan ever built. I'm going to take you through the construction and the floor plan and show you why. First thing is the bedroom slide out. Alfa slide out comes out about 4 feet and goes for about 12 feet. You actually, on the inside, get a walk-in closet that gives you 96 inches of closet. All of our others range from about 57 to about 62 inches of closet. So it's not quite double, but it's almost double the closet. And when all this comes out, you really get a changing area. I'll show you when I go inside, but I can put my hands like this, not like this, but like this, and I can turn all the way around and not hit anything. So you truly get a changing area, and you double your closet size. It's an amazing floor plan. Take a look at that Sundance. Typically, in all other fifth wheels, the slide is only 5 feet high and normally about 6 feet long. So you get no room up there. Come back to this Alfa, where you can see them apples to apples. And Alfa only did this when they had the patented chassis. And I'll take you and show you through that in a second. Everybody always asks me, is this a Four Seasons coach? And what has passed for a Four Seasons coach lately is not quite that Four Seasons. Typically, you have your 2 chassis rails, and the tank is right in between them, and under that, about 1 inch from the tank, is an 1/8 of an inch layer of cardboard, and now you can no longer see your tank, and they tell you because it's inside that 1/8 of an inch of cardboard, and it's 1 inch from the outside, that it's considered Four Seasons. The truth of the matter is it's not. You just can't see it. This is how Alfa did it. This is their patent number. And essentially what they did is they had the chassis separate in 2 places instead of 1, so it wasn't so much stress on one place. What they did was it separated in 2 places instead of 1, and that's a picture of your tank. It's up and inside the coach. So in every other brand, it's on the outside, it's about 1/8 of an inch from the floor, and that's it. You got cardboard under. In an Alfa, I'll show you how it looks in real life. Come over here. Alright, this is your actual tank. It's under the floor that you walk on. You've got about 3 feet of dead air. Then you've got a 3-inch thick floor down here, and it's all heated. So picture another brand. The tank is actually under here, and it actually sits right there, about that far up, and there's cardboard that goes under. So imagine if it was you instead of the tank. Would you be warmer in here or warmer out here? This is truly the only Four Seasons coach I think we've ever sold in the fifth wheels. This is also much better for the heat. You see, everybody's concerned about how thick that wall is, how thick this wall is. Well, from this part back, in most RVs, you normally get about 9 inches of wall. But the slide out's where you lose all your heat. So if you don't have a cover over your slide and an awning over each window, you're not going to cool those coaches down. I called Camping World, and to get a cover over every slide and an awning, individual awning over every window, was about $3,200, and this one already has that. So it's the best for the cold, and it's also the best for the heat. Now we're on the inside. And again, with the outside showing the construction, that's the best one for the cold and the best one for the heat on the lot. Inside is no different. This has a 27,000 BTU air that's centrally located and an extra 13.5 in a roof. So it actually has 3 airs. So this will be the coldest coach we have in the summer. In the winter, this will also be the warmest. Not only is it the best insulated, but this has a heat pump that goes with it. So it has a forced air furnace and a heat pump. A lot of times that can really get your coach toasty, but also you don't have to use as much propane. A friend of mine that stays over here next door at Kings Row spends $200 a month on propane in the winter, If he could have used the electric, it would have knocked it down to about $32, because you don't have to pay those guys that are coming around or unhook the coach. It's a nice convenience to have. I'm going to take you through some floor plan features, like if you were a customer here, that I would show you that you can only get from the Alfa design. Most fifth wheels roof goes down in the back. Well, typically that's where the floor plan is where you live, because you're going to have the kitchen over the center axles for a better tow. Your living room is going to be in the back, and in most fifth wheels, when the roof goes down, the slides go lower and you have a tiny room. This is a straight roof line. It was an Alfa exclusive. Now in the new ones, some companies have gone to that, or some companies have basically gone about 1.5 feet higher. This is still a low profile coach that has a huge roof because they didn't drop it down in the back. They spent more money, and that's why you get this huge storage back here, and why you get where your living area is. You've got a slide that's huge. So all the windows in here are taller than me. So you get the cabinets, then all this comes from the straight roof line. You could not get this in another brand. So you get the cabinets and you get the tall windows. Because everybody wants both. Well, Alfa actually gave it to them. It was a brilliant thing. And then in this floor plan especially, this is an extra thing. They use the vertical height. I'm not sure what the cubic foot of it is, but that's huge. That's not for your everyday stuff. But if you put the stuff you don't use every day up here, you have all of this that's completely clear. And your dishes, you wash your dishes here and you put them up here. Now this area would fit a plate that's much bigger than that. So you have a huge area. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of these that you could put everything from glasses, dishes, cups, saucers right here. And then lock it up there and you're ready to go. And we had these forever. We never had any problems with them. If you go to the sink, there's only 2 ways to do it. You inlay one where it can glue and come up, or this is a solid surface. So take a look at this. This is a used coach. There's not a blemish. The solid surfaces were perfect. A lot of times when I go in and see ours in service, we've got the ones that have been inlaid. We have clamps on them to glue them back down to try to make them stay. There's nothing that comes apart because it's one piece. Now go to the fridge. I tell people, take a list and just go, okay, my fridge versus their fridge, my roof versus their roof, my construction versus their construction. Go down the list. Look at the storage for the stuff. Look at the sink. But now look at the refrigerators. There's 2. Because a lot of times when you have an ice maker, it chews up your freezer. Well, this way you get them both. And you have the option of setting them on different temperatures. Nobody else carried 2 refrigerators. So you get twice the refrigerators at most of them. And you have the option for a separate temperature. Now compare my pantry to somebody else's, because a lot of times in a floor plan, when you get a bigger refrigerator, what you lose is the pantry, and not in this one. You have 2 refrigerators over there, but this is your pantry. And my arm goes all the way back to the front of here and goes in this deep. So it's that deep on every one, and it's literally maybe 7.5 to 8 feet high all the way. I would say that's the most cubic foot of pantry of any coach that we have on the lot. Also, the biggest refrigerators we have on the lot and the most airs. But you can see, even though it's a used coach, I can specifically go down and go piece by piece and show you why this floor plan on this coach is actually the best one here. Now also in this floor plan, there's a washer and dryer that's a stack. It's a lot better than the combinations. Works a lot better, and it's already here. But a lot of times, when this is in the floor plan, it ruins the bedroom because it takes away from your closet space and you have to lean in and work in a confined space. You're right here, you have all this room, you're dead straight on, and you still have huge storage up here for your detergents and such. I mean, by far, this is the most usable coach we have. Now let's go to the bedroom, which is actually the best part. This is what I was talking about. I'm right here. I can turn completely around in this coach. You've got all the changing area you can want, and then come up and look at the closet, Mike. 48, 24, and 24. It's 96 inches of closet, and it's literally a walk-in closet. Nobody else has that. So because they made the slide bigger, nobody goes home and says how long their house is and how much square footage it is. This is 399 square foot. Even though this is only 35 feet to tow, it's going to be one of the shortest ones you can live in to tow. It's actually one of the biggest ones that you can actually live in. Now look at this shower. 1-piece fiberglass. It's not 2-piece plastic. Water's not going to get behind there. You're not going to have problems. I'll show you. Close the door. You've got all this room high, And then I can turn completely around. I have no problems in here. And then you've got a skylight that comes across, but you also have a cover for it if you need to. You know, if you're going to try to be a day sleeper. But I would put that shower up against any one we have. At the front, it's completely insulated because they didn't put the closet there. This is a shoe rack. Your TV entertainment center goes here, and you've got all these closets in the front, or drawers. But I challenge you, whatever you're looking at, make a list. Do sink versus sink, storage on the kitchen, storage versus a kitchen. Storage on the slides, height of the windows, how many refrigerators, how big is the pantry. What's your changing area look like? You know, in here, I don't think you feel like an RV. You're not confined. You're not going to have those spots that, oh, in an RV I had to do this and this. You can actually really live in this one, and you're going to be much more comfortable. You know, do the construction versus the construction. I'll put this one up against any one we have, even new, and your payment on this one probably $200 a month. Thank you. I'm Mark from Johnnie Walker RVs, and I'll be glad to help you in any way I can. Just call me. It's 458-2092. Thank you.